For a guy that grew up battling his whole life and his biggest support pillar was kicked out from under him, that was pretty tough. Yeah. When I was about 8 years old, I moved to Cohill, and I was on my own, and it was just like a tractor beam. People were sucked towards me, and there was a lot of racism I faced in public school. I'm fighting like almost every day, fighting for the right to just be me. My mom, she really had to wear thick skin to protect me, which is what she did, and I can't thank her enough for that, for all the things that I went through. I found this 2-string guitar in the garbage. I wound up just learning how to play it myself, completely out of tune. And I found comfort in that guitar and music. That's really where my journey began. I was really on my own with my music, which was my everything, so I could just shut the world out, create, or listen to music. And then I find these guys, and I realized that, the main singer had gone through some horrific things, and this is how he's, pouring his heart out, how he's dealing with his tragedy, his own, demons in his own way. That's a positive that helps other people, and I latched on to that. I started writing my own stuff because I had my own feelings about the world, at least that I lived in, from the views that I saw. And I was always writing. My one buddy, Shane, from Bancroft, he was like, hey man, we should jam, we should do something. So then we got a hold of my other buddy, Doug, and we just started writing our own music and started playing some Tool, some Rage. When you're playing in a band, you take breaks in between sets. So I'm like, man, we got to put on some music in between just so people can hear something, and maybe some people get up and dance. I put on some songs. There's no transition. And some people came up and they're like, hey, what are you doing next weekend? I think it was an anniversary or some kind of party. Can you DJ it? And I was like, I'm not a DJ. So I wouldn't even know how to do that. And they're like, well, I think they said they'll give me $150, some booze and some food. And I was like, I'll see you next weekend. So that's how it started. And then I found myself doing it every week. I was going through a hard time, a bad relationship, real bad. And I needed my mom's support because she's always been the one to support me. So the first song that I finished was Twisted off of my first album, Tears and Wine. And she was like, that song is amazing. She unexpectedly passed, and it kind of set me into a whirlwind of disillusion. I didn't know, misdirection, where I was going, what the next step for me was. So I just continued on writing because I knew that's what she would want me to do. But yeah, for a guy that grew up battling his whole life and his biggest support pillar was kicked out from under him, that was pretty tough. Yeah. Tired Angel, it's the only sad song on my Melting Together album. I wrote a lot of sad songs about my mom, but that one in particular, I'm literally just recounting and re-encountering every moment of the day that I walked in and found her passed away. So that one, there's been so many times even by myself, I'm going to come down here in this room, my safe space, and I'm going to try to play it. And I think I make it to the second verse and I just break. I just can't do it. I tried. I keep trying, but I don't think I can do it. I don't know. It's, if there's ever a truth that I've written, that would be it. I'm working on a new album, which I'm probably most excited about. Most excited since my first album, because it's all the things I've learned, all the lessons, all the hard things that I had to go through, and putting it back together. And I've proved all I needed to prove to myself, first and foremost, and everything else is secondary to that. But I felt like people were holding me down, holding me back, expected me not to succeed. And I made sure that one way or another I was going to. So 100%, this is me going back to my roots. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be real. I'm writing about real things that have happened to me that most people don't want to talk about. We're gonna battle through this album. I'm gonna cry again, and I'm gonna do some screams for the first time in an album, which is amazing because I got a lot built up to get out. So it's my love of Korn, my love of Rage, my love of Tool, my love of DJing and stuff. You'll still hear some beats in there, but it'll be buried by this 7-string. Looking back on everything, I proved all the things to myself I wanted to prove. I still have some things I need to shove down some people's throats. It's the truth.